The main
This is
theme,
Korean pavilion,
Yeah.
please.
main theme of the Korean pavilion is the FAR game.
The FAR
FAR,
game.
yeah, FAR is floor area ratio, which is the total area of the building per actually the plot areas. So actually developer using that word for that kind of economic values something. So that's the kind of our main theme. And why is that important at the FAR in Korea is because we were developing country so far. So most of the people wanted to make more spaces, larger areas, and then bigger buildings, but the budget is always tight. So the people wanted to make the better space, more space. So that's why the architects always are struggling with this FAR.
So the space.
Yeah, that's the space. So that's why we are kind of trying to present what we are doing, the Korean architects actually doing, and all this kind of limitation and desire from the consumer as the elements to make a creativity. And that's the kind of main goal. And the exhibition is that booth as a section 1 is telling about the FAR, what is FAR and what is behind, and a lot of exemptions and then rules and the building code. And then number 2 section is in here with the 36 building model. And then
Which are these model of building that
this is the 36 building.
exists?
Yeah, exists. Real one. Actually, the photograph is showing the real one, but we abstract this model.
The abstraction of the projects and the photo of the realization.
Yeah,
of
realization. So this is explaining what is the FAR game in here, and then this section is explaining what is the background. Actually, Seoul is very dense city. It's very hyper density and complex growth that's in there. So if you look in the picture of the city, it's like it's amazingly overcrowded. So there's a lot of happening.
How do you deal with this problem of space?
Yeah, that's the thing we are trying to show. And also the architects always have to deal with this one to get the project. So we have to have a game. The game is a metaphor, but we are always kind of make a strategy to persuade the client. And then also we have to get a permit document from the government so that we have to get the rules as well. So always kind of the game is.
So trying to find rules?
No, it's not trying to find the rules, but
Or
there's a
having the
rule,
rules.
having the rules.
And building following the space you have.
Yeah. And then we wanted to make bigger and larger, and then that's the thing. So in this model, so let's say this building, actually this is the regulated areas. So in the document from the government, looks like this, but we have a lot of exemptions so that we kind of create more volumes and then like extra space.
Extra space.
So that's the kind of the game for architects.
The game is to find the solution and have more space.
Yeah, more space, larger
in
space.
the less space that you have.
Yeah. And also these days, our country is not developing country anymore. We are kind of become a lower, like
No more developing country.
Yeah, no more developing country. That's why. So the architect is not only looking for the quantity, but we are looking for quality. Quality of the life. That's the kind of showing. So we have 36 building example. Each building has 2 models. One is the regulated areas and one is actual real building. So there's a lot of gaps in between.
So try to find even something beauty.
Yeah, something beauty. So, but the thing
Beauty
is,
and space.
yeah. But the thing is, the older building is not actually like stylized. It's more about the kind of strategy to get the better space and better qualities, depending on all the space, the rules and the client request, the program of the buildings. Yeah.
Thank you.